Hi guys, welcome to day 23. We only have a week left before our challenge ends. So today the theme that I wanted to talk about and meditate on is being true to yourself, or authenticity. So what does that mean? Authenticity, being true to yourself, means that you don't diminish or deny your views, your thoughts, your opinions because you're worried about being judged or criticized by others. It means that you don't try to copy or imitate other people's attitudes, behaviors, and beliefs to be accepted or to please others or manipulate them. It means that you have the courage to become who you really are and speak it openly. I think a lot of people, and I don't really mean to generalize this, but I think, loneliness is something that we all feel from time to time. So we feel disconnected from other people, or maybe you feel like the relationships that you have in your life are shallow and not as deep and meaningful as you would like them to be. And I think the root of that is from not being authentic with others. So if you spend your whole life trying to be what you think others want you to be, you're only going to be attracting people in your life who are a match to whatever that mask or fakeness is, and they won't actually be a match to you and your true self. So only when you're able to show your true colors and show the world who you really are, what you think, what you believe, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, only then will you be able to start relating to other people who are also in that kind of area, or who also have those same kind of interests. So if you're always pretending to be something else, or you always kind of suppress what it is that you think and what it is that you feel, you'll never create those meaningful and lasting relationships that you would like to have in your life. Because how will you be able to find those people, right? How are you going to be able to find those people who would be the best match for you, the best friend, the best partner, colleague, whatever it might be? If you're not showing the world who you really are, those people that would be a match to you are never going to be able to find you. And it can be kind of hard to be authentic to who you really are, because let's face it, it's a kind of a critical world out there, and we all contribute to that. We're all critical of each other and judgmental unless we're really conscious and careful about where our thoughts go. But it's hard. Everyone has an opinion on everything. Especially now, being on the internet, I get tons of people who constantly, day after day, think that what I'm doing is wrong and their way of doing it is better. And so there's just always constant criticism and feedback, whether it be good or positive, being thrown at you. And so when you have so much feedback and so many opinions being directed towards you, it can be really hard to just kind of stay with your own gut, your own instinct, and kind of just remember what it is that you stand for and what you like and what you enjoy, because then all of a sudden other people's expectations and pressures are put on you, and it becomes really hard to detach from it. And this meditation will be a great way to just connect back to who it is that you are. I read this great quote. I hope I can find it again. No, I don't think I have it. But basically, it was just a quote that says, I think it's from E.E. Cummings, and it says, "It takes great courage to grow up to be who you truly are." And I thought that was really interesting, because it does. Not everyone wants to show who they are to the rest of the world, because you're never really sure how it's going to be received. And, handling criticism and feedback is hard. It's not easy. At least I think it's pretty difficult. So it can be a lot more tempting to shy away from that and just be whatever it is that other people expect or want you to be in order to ward off that criticism. But at the end of the day, you're the only one that's going to lose out on that. So you won't be happy with who you are. You're going to be living a life that is not even close to what you would want it to be. The people in your life are not going to be the people who are contributing in a meaningful way to you. They won't be supportive, or it won't be a deep or meaningful relationship like you would want it to be. So in the end, you have everything to lose from pretending to be someone else and following the life track that other people have imposed on you. And this meditation might not fix all of that. I'm sure, it's a lifelong process and journey, and I think it's something that we all have to work on every single day. because it really is tempting. It is tempting to just conform sometimes and do what everyone else is doing and agree with people with whatever the dominant opinion is, because it's easier. No one likes to be the one, you know, standing out from the crowd, because then you're opening yourself up to so much criticism. So yeah, that's basically all that I want to say about that subject. And I do want to work with affirmations today for meditation. And the one that I'm going to be working on, sorry, I'm just scrolling here because I did find this affirmation online and I thought it was amazing. It's from the website called aimhappy.com. It's just a blog. I was not familiar with it before, but it's really lovely. So definitely check it out if you'd like, aimhappy.com. And the affirmation that I'm going to be working with is, I honor who I am. I am genuine in how I live my life. So I think that really sums up the intention that we want to anchor into ourselves. I honor who I am is the first one, and I am genuine in how I live my life. And that's powerful stuff. So when you say those affirmations and repeat them in your mind, you might find that you get a little bit of resistance to it, because maybe you don't do those things. You know, maybe you don't honor who you are, and maybe you are not genuine in how you live your life. And I don't want you to get judgmental about that fact. So I can give an easy example for myself. I'm vegetarian now, because that's a value of mine, is to not consume animals, and I'm not preaching, you know, you guys do whatever you want. It's just, I'm just trying to get you guys to understand how this applied to me in the past. So I was not living authentically because I was, you know, believing and preaching one thing, but doing the complete opposite. And even today, I kind of feel a little bit of that, being pulled in opposite directions, because I feel like I should be vegan, not vegetarian. So am I really living authentically? That's kind of the journey that I'm on right now, and trying to decide and navigate it. So what is truly my best way to live and the best way to honor who I am and to be genuine in how I live my life. So that was 2 years ago is when I became vegetarian, and that's when it really kind of clicked into my head, when I really realized I am not honoring who I am, and I am not being genuine in how I live my life, because I was terrified of all the criticism that I would get from outside sources. And guess what? I did get a ton of criticism. People have just so much to say when it comes to your diet. It's crazy that, like, never again will I speak about my diet to others. It's terrible. I realized that I just said it on the internet, so I'm probably going to get a ton of backlash from it, because it's a sensitive subject for a lot of people and they get really triggered by it. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm still glad I did it. And it confirmed my fear that I wasn't being genuine about who I was, because I knew that I would get a ton of backlash and a ton of criticism, which was true. It was true. As soon as I made the change and publicly announced it, I got a ton of criticism, you know, both online and from people, you know, my family, my friends, coworkers, whatever. Everyone had their little 2 cents that they felt they needed to say. Everyone felt like they had to tell me that the way that my truth was wrong and their truth was better. But slowly but surely, that has all died away. And what's left is my very powerful sense of self. It feels really good to be aligning your actions with your values, and to be honoring who you are and living your life genuinely in a way that you want to live your life. Not according to how other people think you should be acting, but really according to the way that you want, your deepest core desires. So try to think right now of one kind of thing. You know, do you really feel like you're in tune with your values? Are you being your true self every single day? And, you know, probably not. No one can be 100% of the time. But what is one thing that you think you are really out of alignment with? Is there a part of yourself that you are consistently hiding from others, or consistently lying about, or minimizing, or in denial of, that can be really negatively affecting your life? It might make things a little bit easier in the day-to-day life, but is it robbing you of meaningful relationships with people? Is it robbing you from happiness and inner peace? Because you do get a lot of inner peace knowing that you are in alignment with your values. It feels awesome. So in what ways denying yourself of that. And that's what we're going to focus on in this meditation today. So if you want to work with the affirmations that I have, I'll repeat them again. It's I honor who I am, and I am genuine in how I live my life. If there's another affirmation that has to do with being true to who you are, I invite you to use that instead. But otherwise, let's rest our hands on the tops of the knees, sit comfortably. This will be a silent meditation. I'm just going to break it down when we're about halfway. So the first part of the meditation will be with the affirmation, I honor who I am. And the second part of the meditation will be, I am genuine in how I live my life. And just see if you can link back those affirmations to one kind of pattern or behavior or action in your life that you would like to change because maybe it's not in alignment with who you truly are. So that being said, let's sit up nice and tall. Draw the shoulder blades down the back so the chest is lifted without necessarily puffing forward. You want to stay nice and aligned. Boost yourself up on a block or on a blanket if you need to. And close the eyes. Breathing in and out through the nose. Muscles around the eyes and in the forehead are soft and relaxed. And so yesterday we focused on breathing in and around the heart. Today I want us to breathe in and around into the belly, so our power center. If you work with chakras, this would be your third chakra. So your source of power and identity. And let's bring our right hand over the navel and the left hand over top of it. And just take 10 deep breaths here, really filling up the belly on the inhale and feeling it soften and draw back in on the exhale. With every time you inhale, see if you can repeat the affirmation, I honor who I am. And as you exhale, let the affirmation settle. Doing this for about a minute or so. Keeping the eyes closed, let's rest the hands on the knees or the upper thighs. And try to bring a little bit of stillness to the mind. So letting go of the affirmation. And just observing what occurs, how your body feels, what comes up for you. And sitting with it without getting completely absorbed and distracted by it.
So this time, let's bring our left hand to the navel and the right hand over top. Moving into our second affirmation. I am genuine in how I live my life. So breathing in and out through the nose, breathing deeply into the belly, into your power center. As you inhale, repeat the affirmation in your head. I am genuine in how I live my life. And as you exhale, allow it to settle in and become true for you. Doing this for about a minute or so.
Let's bring the hands back to the top of the knees, quieting the mind once more, focusing on stillness and inner silence. Let's bring our hands at the front of the heart. Palms pressing in towards another. Tucking the chin into the chest. Making one final commitment here to ourselves. To be genuine in how we live our life. To be true to ourselves. Closing our meditation with one breath together. Inhale through the nose. Out the mouth. And slowly opening the eyes. Thank you so much, everyone. So I would love to know how this meditation went for you guys, what you thought, what came up, all that kind of good stuff. And I forgot to mention, I did get this new mala yesterday. I thought it was really, really nice. And this bracelet. So they're from Yogi Surprise, and Yogi Surprise is a really sweet company I work with. They're giving everyone 15% off for life if you use the coupon code Kassandra at checkout. So if you're interested, the link is down in, or will be down in the description box. Otherwise, you just go to yogisurprise.com and use the coupon code Kassandra. Today was day 23. Tomorrow will be day 24, and tomorrow is Saturday, so we will do another morning meditation. It will be at, I'm going to say 11 a.m. So let's keep it at the same time as I did this meditation today. You still have a few more days. If you want to send me a recommendation or suggestion on a topic that you'd like for us to explore in our meditations, that would be fantastic. And yeah, just leave me a comment. Let me know how this has been going for you. I'd love to know if you guys have been doing it for the entire 23 days so far, or if you're just joining in. Really, there was no specific order to the meditation, so you absolutely can join in at any time and, you know, rotate the days and stuff like that. So thank you all so very much for doing this challenge with me, and thank you for your kind words from yesterday's meditation. I was feeling pretty down and pretty sad, but today is a little bit better. I'm a little bit more optimistic, I guess. We're just feeling a little bit better about the whole ordeal. And if you're just tuning in, it's just my dog is sick and will probably not be getting better. So that's been a little bit difficult, but you know, you do what you can. And anyway, so that is where I will leave it. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning, and I hope you will join me tomorrow morning again at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, if you want to look into Yogi Surprise, you can go to the website and use the code Kassandra. It's with a K, or you can click the link in the description box. They have two boxes. So one is a jewelry box, which is, you know, comes with 2 pieces of jewelry and candy. And the other one is a lifestyle box, which I also get every month because I freaking love it. So the code applies for either boxes that you would be looking into. So thank you so much, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday, and I will see you tomorrow.